I'm so glad to see so many New Yorkers here, bringing the trails to lower Manhattan. So, welcome. So my name is Don Weise, and I wear a couple of different hats. I've been leading a lot of hikes, 600 or so hikes in the last 25 years, which means I'm old. I'm the development director for a group called the New York-New Jersey Trail Conference. Harriman State Park is where it kind of all began. So in 1910, a lady named Mary Harriman, her husband Averell had just passed away, and he was one of those ultra-rich guys who made his fortune in iron mining. So he passes away. Here she is. She's a widow. She's got all this land from Tuxedo, New York to the Hudson River and doesn't know what to do with it. All she knows is that the state of New York wants to build a prison on her property, or just to the south of her property, which she thinks is a bad idea. So she makes a deal and says, guess what, guys? You move Sing Sing to Ossining, and I'm going to give you Harriman State Park. And so that's what happened. 10 years later, the Trail Conference was formed with two missions. One, create trails across Harriman Bear Mountain Park, and two, start building the first section of the Appalachian Trail, both of which happened right here. So talk real quick about favorite places to go. Great river views. This is the Bear Mountain Bridge. You can see them from Bald and Dunderberg Mountains. They're chapters 25 and 26 in the book. You guys said you've been to Breakneck Ridge. How many of you have been to Pyngyp Mountain? Not as many hands, but some. Okay, so the cool thing about Pyngyp is if you like rock scrambles that scare the hell out of you, just like Breakneck Ridge, this will deliver, but without all the maddening crowds. So, the other thing that's cool is I told you about Averell Harriman. He was an iron miner. Well, he actually, other people did the iron mining. He took the money. But there are some massive, massive mines in there. And this is one that you walk into, and if you do it in the springtime, the ravens will dive bomb you because they're nesting up in the cliffs as you enter this mine. And you get into this huge cavernous mine, and you can look up and see sunlight out the top. So you get things like that you just happen upon deep in the woods. And Pine Swamp Mine, chapter 18 and 19, you can get to that in about 2 miles, so you can even take your kids on that one. Other favorites, this is the Timp-Torne Trail, and it has the West Mountain Shelter on it. And you can't see it, but it has the Hudson River view. It's amazing. There's a rock cave shelter here that you can check out. Lots and lots of lakes to go swim in, legally or illegally, depending on the status. And there's even a spiral railway. In 1895, they decided they were going to build one of these gravity railways. So it takes you straight up the mountain like a cog railway, and it was going to take you all along these tremendous views of the Hudson River. They never finished it, but the tunnels and the trails are still there. And the views from them are, of course, great because it was going to be the spiral railway. Okay, now let's get you from New York City to the trails. To get to Harriman, you want to use this train line right up here. And this is where Harriman's located. So this is called the Port Jervis line. I think you have to pass through Hoboken or Secaucus to get to it. Yeah. Towns you want to go to get to Harriman are Tuxedo, really nice town, really nice place. Sloatsburg is known now for being the up-and-coming town on Harriman's western border. That's right here. And that has some really cool stuff. There's a great craft brewery there. The Valley Rock Inn is a nice place to stay. Suffern is where you'd start the Suffern Bear Mountain Trail. Not so many hiking options there. But you can also access by the Short Line Express from the Port Authority. So definitely take a picture of the Trail Conference website information because that link will get you to everything you need to know about getting to the trails by train or bus. The most direct way for you guys to make it to the trails is to go up the eastern Hudson Valley. So the Hudson line, also on mta.info, will take you to places like Breakneck Ridge directly, Cold Spring, which is a really funky town. Everybody been to Cold Spring? Yeah. But there's also cool places like Garrison, which has the Castle Rock Unique area, Manitou Point and Manitoga. These lead to the Appalachian Trail, both of these. And then even Ossining, you know, if you're a trail runner. It has a beautiful long running trail, and it connects to other places in Westchester County. So basically, what I encourage you to do with this book is to use it as kind of a ready-made planner. And I'm going to show you just a little bit about how it's set up. In the front of each chapter, you're going to see time, distance, and difficulty estimated. Some of you are faster, some are slower. What you can expect to see, the attractions, and then the GPS coordinates, which you might not be able to do from your car, but you can plug it in on your computer and figure out exactly where the trailhead is, because I got news, there ain't no street addresses there. The other thing, besides a map that shows the actual direction and trails that are used, is an elevation profile. So this is really important because this is going to help you determine like where the pain comes, beginning or end kind of thing. So anyway, we'll talk some more. We'll talk more in depth about the trails at our breakouts. But I just want to say to those of you who are members, thank you for being members of the Trail Conference. You make it happen.